I want to look at an example or two of how to write the equation of a line just to make sure that we have this down. Now, as a reminder, the two things that we must have is the slope, and we also have to have a point. So as long as we have those two things, we can go ahead and we can write the equation of a line. So let's take a look at the following example. Find the equation of the line that passes through 1, 5 and negative 2, 1. So at first glance, you're going to look at this problem and you're going to say, okay, I have a point. I actually have 2 points, but I don't have the slope. So the question is how do I write the equation of this line if I don't have the slope? Well, the good news is we have a formula for slope that we can use, and it's going to allow us to find the slope of this line. So we're going to use our slope formula. As a reminder, it is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So in this particular example, my m is going to be 5 minus 1 over 1 minus negative 2, which is going to give me the slope of 4/3. So now I actually have the two things that I need. I have my slope, which is 4/3, and I can use either of these points. It doesn't matter which one I want to use. So I'm just going to choose the first one, which is 1, 5. So again, we go to our y equals mx plus b, and we plug in what we know. Well, we have our y is 5, our m is 4/3, our x is 1, plus b, and we need to solve for b. But usually, remember, it's easier to solve an equation like this if you get rid of the fraction first. So let's multiply every piece of this, including the b, by 3. And so we get 15 is equal to 4 plus 3b. And so 3b is equal to 11, so b is equal to 11/3. And so now we can go back to our y is equal to mx plus b, and we can plug in what we have, which is y is equal to 4/3 x plus 11/3. So there we go. There is the equation of our line. Again, let's just quickly run through what we're going to do if we want to put this in standard form. So we take our equation. The first thing we do is we're going to bring our x over to the other side. Then we have to get rid of all the fractions. So again, as a reminder, we multiply every piece of this by 3. So we get negative 4x plus 3y is equal to 11, because remember, the 3's will cancel, and switch our signs. 4x minus 3y is equal to negative 11. So this is the equation in standard form, and the other one is also the same equation. It doesn't matter. It just depends on the question, how the question wants you to give the answer. Now let's take a look at this example. Find the equation of the line that passes through negative 2, negative 3 and is horizontal. Well, we need to ask ourselves, what do we know about horizontal lines? So I'm going to draw it here on the graph. And as a reminder, a horizontal line has all of its y's being the same. And so the equation for any horizontal line is going to look like y is equal to a number. So we know that this particular equation is going to look like y is equal to some number. The question is, what is that number going to be? And if we look at negative 2, negative 3, and we just label our x and y, that's exactly our answer. Y is equal to negative 3. That's the equation of the line, and we're done. Now, one way to make sure of this is you can graph your point negative 2, negative 3, here's your point, and draw the horizontal line going through it, right? That's what the problem is looking for. And say to yourself, what do all of these points have in common? You can even label them, a few of them, if you want to. That point there is negative 2, negative 3. This point here might be 3, negative 3. Maybe this is 7, negative 3. And what you can see about all of these points is that they all have the negative 3 as their y coordinate, which says exactly this, that y is equal to negative 3.